So over the last 5 years, I helped hundreds of students to pass SolidWorks associate and professional exams. And in this video, I'm going to break down what you should know before taking the CSWP exam. Now, if you want a sample exam of the segment 1 of CSWP, you can just click the link below and you can get it for free. Now, the first thing is you have to understand the structure, because this is not CSWA. CSWA is one exam, while CSWP, you have 3 exams. So you have 3 segments. And the segment 1 is about advanced part modeling, segment 2, configurations and design table, and the segment 3, advanced assemblies. Okay, and each segment is tested separately and it's 90 minutes. Okay, so if you want to get CSWP certificate, you have to pass all 3 exams, all 3 segments. Now, you must be fully comfortable with advanced part modeling. And this is where most of the people fail. So you need to be able to handle more complex sketches than CSWA. You must be able to fully define sketches without guessing, adding relations, adding dimensions. You have to understand design intent. And that is, what happens if I change this dimension? What happens if I change this feature, or if I add this feature, or I suppress this feature? How my model will change? And will this update get some errors or not? Right? So you have to think in that direction. And also you must know design sequence, and that means what tool I use first, second, third, and so on, and why. So the critical skill here is you must be able to modify dimensions quickly without breaking the model, without causing the errors. Because the exam question will often go like change X and then calculate or recalculate a mess. Then we have configurations, and they're not optional. This is separate exam. Many people underestimate this. When it comes to the 2 configurations, you must be able to create and manage new configurations. You must be able to suppress unsuppressed features in specific configuration. You must be able to change dimensions across all the configurations, and also you must be able to understand and create and modify design tables, not to some advanced level, but to a basic level. So the reality is, if you do not understand configurations, you will struggle with segment 2. And then we have segment 3, and this is assemblies. So in the assemblies, you'll have to apply mates. Now, when you go through CSWA, you have their basic mates, coincident, concentric, and so on. Here, you'll have to use also advanced mates, like width, profile center, and so on. So you must understand also advanced mates. You must understand how parts interact, degrees of freedom, and also the very important thing, when it comes to the assemblies, you'll be asked to replace certain part, and then you'll have to fix errors. In other words, you'll have to redefine certain mates. Okay, so that's very important when it comes to the assemblies. And also the common mistake that people make is overmating, too many mates, and this leads to broken assemblies. So these are the 3 parts, but through all of these parts, you'll have to calculate mass properties. Okay, so almost every question leads to what is the mass, or what is the center of the mass relative to the origin, or relative to the new coordinate system that you're going to have to create. Then also you're going to have to update values like global variables. And then also you're going to have to update global variables as well. As well, pay attention to assigning the correct material, recalculating fast, and also avoiding mistakes with units. So check your units. Now, I want to put attention to the design intent. As I said before, this is, will my model update correctly if I change certain dimension, feature, and so on, without causing the errors? And also, will my model be built in the right order? And this is design sequence, right? So you have to think fast. When you see a drawing, you have to know what is the base feature that carries the model, what are supporting features, and what are cosmetic features. So design intent is everything. If you start with the wrong feature, the first question you might answer correctly, but then later when you're going to have to change certain things, you're going to get wrong answers. That's why you have to be fast. And speed comes from clean modeling, right? So you don't have time to figure things out. You need clear plan, as I mentioned before, modeling, minimal numbers of features, and also minimal rebuilding errors. That's why it's important to practice exam style problems, right? And you have to time yourself because watching tutorials is not enough. Going through sample exams is not enough. You have to time yourself when you go through these exam samples because, first of all, you will learn how to think under the pressure and you'll get familiar with exam style questions. That's going to get you speed, confidence, and also pattern recognition that you're going to be able to recognize very, very fast on the exam. So the bottom line is CSWP is not only about knowing more tools comparing to CSWA, it's about thinking like a designer, building models that don't break, and working fast under time pressure. Now, as I said at the beginning of this video, if you want free exam sample of the segment 1, you can just click on the link below and you can get it for absolutely free. I see you in another video.